Qualified, professional, and compassionate doctors talking real solutions to real health problems. On the DocTalk show today, autism, a debilitating and disfiguring deficiency. But wait, all hope is not lost. Welcome aboard.
You're welcome to another edition of the DocTalk show. We're discussing autism. Recently, I shared with a friend of mine how he went to a supermarket with his 2-year-old son. The son asked him to buy him a sweet. He declined, reluctantly. The son threw himself on the floor, rolled, cried, and screamed on top of his voice, which attracted the attention of everyone in the supermarket. So these symptoms had been recurrent, but later it was diagnosed to be autism. Our viewers out there, parents, caretakers, doctors, and all other healthcare providers, have you met children with suspicious behavior? Have you met children who have failed to cope up with their milestones? This could be autism. I'm joined by Dr. Justin, a psychiatrist, and Dr. Billy, and myself, Dr. Jaffa, to throw more light and help our viewers understand what this seemingly understood condition, perceived condition, what it means. I'll start with you, Dr. Justin. What do you understand, or how can you make our viewers understand what autism is?
Thank you, Dr. Jaffa. To our viewers, autism is a brain disorder. It's a brain disorder, usually sets in during childhood, and it involves difficulties in social communication, in behavior, which might impair this child's ability to function very well.
Yeah, this problem, as Dr. Justin has said, it causes social impairment. What do they mean by social impairment? This is when, for example, a child cannot interact with maybe their peers or with the other children of the same age.
So they act in an abnormal way, something that is different from what a normal child would do under normal circumstances.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I think also with the speech problem, failure for the child to pick on, for example, what a 2-year-old is supposed to mention, to understand a few sentences, perhaps even construct them. But might not, at least we have to be very careful at this point, not to say that maybe there's some who stammer, and I think stammering is not part of autism. But for them, failure to maybe to construct, even to apprehend some simple concepts.
And I think autism, I do not know who to call an autistic child. Is it something that we normally see, Dr. Justin?
Actually, it is really common. In the US, they've done some studies. It's around 168 children have autism. Basically, most of them present the commonest symptom is basically language development. It is the first early symptom that they present with. It can be, doctor, my child cannot talk at the age of 24 months. That's the commonest symptom. And then at times they could say, if they're able to talk, what we call pronominal reversal. For example, you can tell them, can you get for me this? And they can repeat, Mommy, can you get for me this? So for a parent, it's really so distressing.
As Dr. Justin just said, if 1 in 68, I say that's a big number. Okay, we are very unfortunate that we may not have data in our local settings.
Yes.
And we're using those ones of the European countries and maybe America.
Yes.
But I think it's a problem. We just need to do more research. It's a big problem. And
Dr. Ndiwarana, you're saying 1 in 68 is quite a big number, because 68, I would imagine it's even smaller than a baby class in most of the nursery schools.
Yeah, but imagine in one of the baby class of my child, that in every 68 you have one child with a problem. In the Ugandan population, then you know the problem is very big.
That is
it's very big. And I think this problem starts a bit early. Just around average of 2 to 3 years, but as early as 18 months in some books, and even somewhere they say by the first birthday, it's really been diagnosed.
That is very true. And usually it's even more common in the boys, more than the ratio about 4 to 1. It's quite a very big problem.
Right. So how, well, everyone is at risk, the poor, the rich,
Rich.
the white, the black.
Yeah.
Maybe the statistics, are they the same in Europe and here?
Actually, I think some studies have been done in around, I think in Kenya, around 1%. Those children who are around the age of 4 to 6 years had autism. Though currently in Uganda, no study has been done. Though I have a student who is actually trying to investigate that for their master's dissertation. So I think by that time we'll find out the statistics, what is happening in Uganda.
Present. How would a parent suspect my child could be having autism?
Usually, like you say, the commonest symptom is actually language development.
Yes.
Especially when they have that impairment. At the age of maybe around 24 months, it was to say some words and then they're not even able to say any particular word. Usually that's the commonest symptom. Where they come to seek medical help. Then usually they tend to have what we call preliminary reversal. If you tell them like, maybe Rita, can I have this cup? They can say, repeat to you, Rita, can I have this cup? If you go onto the behavioral problems, most of them could even have other challenges. For example, self-injurious behavior. You find the child maybe head bangs, they bang their head, they want something, because they can't communicate well, so they have to bang their head to communicate to the mother to know that actually I'm feeling like this. Others can even bite themselves. Such things really happen. And then others may have a kind of repeating the sameness thing. If they have their toys like this, they have to be aligned in that particular order.
Okay, so behavior, I've seen people who stammer and they have to beat themselves for the word
the word to come out.
Am I?
By the time you finish the word, the slaps have already, they're flying around.
If you're very close, actually, they normally slap you. So. Are we going to call them autistic?
Like we have said, those children have 3 things in common, and all those things are together.
Yes, okay.
They have problems with speech, tend to delay language development. Then it's going to affect how they interact with other peers, even at home, and even their behavior. Maybe they want to engage more into solitary play. They want to play alone. Maybe they could go out, maybe you're in a family gathering, there's something, and they feel like they can't be in other people's presence.
Like as you said, that epilepsy or even convulsions could be the primary diagnosis, the point of diagnosis.
Yes.
That maybe they have been hiding, because I might tell you that this autism, many people don't know it, but people who have had children of this nature, they tend to hide these kids away. It's a natural, you get like a social outcast. So maybe, but convulsions are scary. So when they convulse, this is the time they're going to come to the clinic, and maybe if you dig more history, this is a point of diagnosis to know. I think that baby has something more than.
Has other concurrent symptoms which are very confusing. Maybe GIT problems. For example, maybe a child cannot feed very well. Some of them can't even take solid food.
Yeah, because
to take only maybe milk, liquid formulations alone.
Yeah, because
this is persistent.
You mentioned that it's something to do with the brain, and we know that the brain controls each and every function
organs
of the body. So you're likely to have problems in most organs or most systems of the body.
So can we say that the presentation many times can be bizarre, might not be straightforward, like when we have mentioned that social and speech and behavior.
Yeah.
You can find a baby, we could think there's maybe a malabsorptive problem, that they can't absorb
they
food.
Cannot
you think the baby, but if you take your history properly, you find that this problem of not swallowing solids is a problem of, if you go backward, could be autism.
Yeah, it's very interesting to note that it's a neurodevelopment disorder. Children are normally monitored using what we call milestones, what the baby or what the child is able to do at what particular stage. This should raise a high suspicion of a high index of suspicion on whether my child could be having autism or not. Dr. Justin, there are particular things that children are supposed to do at what age? I think this helps us to suspect if my child has autism. If they don't do what, at what age?
Actually, Dr. Jaffa, usually the physical development of a child, when they're supposed to sit around 6 months, is not affected. It's basically their social cognitive development is affected. For example, maybe at the age of around 2 months, 3 months, child normally is supposed to be able to smile at the mother. They respond to the mother's smile. They have usually a good eye contact. Usually when they have poor eye contact, those are usually signs of probably developing autism later in childhood. Yeah. maybe at around the age of 2 years, supposed to show emotional response. Maybe as the mother is coming in, it's supposed to show that excitement. Usually not happening now.
Yeah, because at 2 years, at least the child is supposed to, for example, recognize if it is the mother and it says mama, it's truly the mom. But earlier than that, they could be using the word mama when actually it's not a mom. But at least by 2 years, they should be able to understand, and they'll be like as if cognitively they'll be understanding. To assess this problem, you should also know the social background of this baby, their exposure,
even their cultural background,
to know exactly that this is a problem or not.
Because children at that age, maybe 1 to 2 years, they really like adventuring a lot. They are busy here and there. They will pick a remote, throw it.
Actually, that is why we can't diagnose it maybe below 1 year, because the child is still developing. So you just have to maybe have those keen signs that you want to look at, as a mother.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Justin, Dr. Billy. We are going to take a short break. When we come back, we shall look at the causes of autism.
You are watching the DocTalk Show.